Okay, we're recording. Okay, so welcome everybody to the webinar. Very excited to be here. My name is Eric Johnson, and I am the creator of Teamzy. I'm also a coach like you guys, so I'm going to take you through how to work this thing. And I think you're going to really enjoy what I have to show you guys tonight. What we're going to do is I'm going to just jump right into the app, show you how to go through some of the setup, because I know you guys are all using it already, but some of you may have not completely set it up. So I want to go through that really quickly. Then I'm going to take you into a power hour. Once it's set up correctly, the system does all the work for organizing your power hour. I'll show you how to go through and the most efficient workflows to do that. I'll show you how to set follow-ups to come back, after you've had a conversation with somebody and it leads to an invite, how to set follow-ups, how to follow up with people without nagging them. I'm going to go through all of that as quickly as I can. And then we're going to open it to Q&A. So there's a little button at the bottom of the screen that's Q&A. You can start putting questions in there at the end. I will stay as long as it takes to answer all the questions. So again, really excited that you guys are here. Let's just jump into it. So, all right, I'm going to take the screen away. Okay, awesome. So right now you guys are seeing my Teamzy screen. So when you first came into this, those of you guys who may already be using it, a lot of you guys are in your free trial. When you first come in, you're going to come into the setup wizard. If you dismiss that, the way you get back to the setup wizard is you go up to this little cogwheel right here, this little guy right here, and you go to setup wizard right there, okay? All right, so that launches our setup wizard. So you guys have already been through some of this. The first step is setting your income goal, okay? I'm going to skip this page. We're going to set an income goal. Now, here's one thing I want to encourage you guys with. If you are new, like you're a newer coach, you're not a diamond yet, okay? You're newer in building your business. I really encourage you guys to set a lofty goal here. I mean, not $1 million bucks, but definitely set a goal that's 6 figures, okay? Even if that seems impossible in the next 12 months to get to 6 figures, I'd like you to do it. Here's why. Because Teamzy is going to make your proactive, outgoing connects with people so efficient that you're going to be able to do a lot more than you've been able to do in the past. So if you have the ability right now to dedicate an hour a day to this business, 60 minutes, if you can dedicate an hour a day to this business, then you should be able to do a 6-figure goal. Okay, that's what I'm going to say, and I'll show you how that works. So put in your goal. You can see I put in 150,000 here as my goal. So the next step here, I'm going to hit continue. Now what Teamzy does in the background, guys, is it figures out how much activity I need to be doing every day in order to hit that goal. So it's telling me that in order to get to $150,000 income level 12 months from now, okay, that's what that is, that I need to connect with 4,348 people, okay? 4,348 people. Sounds like a lot of people. Small town, right? However, it'll break it down for us on the next page. So now it's broken it down yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily. It's also given me a recipe. It's divided it between prospects, customers, and coaches, okay? So guys, if you need to eat an elephant, how do you do it? You do it one bite at a time. The same thing with your daily activities, building your business. It's not 4,348. It's how much do I need to do today, okay? You have to keep your focus small so you can build your business big. All right, so this is now breaking it down, and it's recommending to get to my goal that I connect with 9 new prospects a day, 6 customers, and 4 coaches on my team, okay? So I'm connecting with these people. Connecting, I'm gonna go through that a little bit, but connecting is just reaching out, just keeping that relationship going, okay? And then also it has a default of 3 invites a day and 3 ads a day, okay? And I want you guys to know you can customize these by clicking on them. If you're a brand new coach, you don't even have 4 coaches. You can make this 0 to start. You can change it back anytime, okay? Or if you're, if you don't have a huge team, maybe it's 1, you're talking to 1 every single day. Maybe this is 4, right? But then maybe you want to make this a little heavier over here and it's 15. These are the numbers I like, 15, 4, and 1. This is my business, okay? Once you have those numbers the way you want them on this page, you just click continue, and that's going to now set your dashboard up with those goals, okay? The next step here is finding your why. Finding your why. Now, I know a bunch of you guys skipped this when you set up Teamzy. This is really important though. You need to come back and do this because guys, if you cannot answer this question, why are you a coach? If you can't answer that question in a deep and meaningful way, you're going to quit. You're going to quit. And it all comes down to one of my favorite books. I'm sure most of you guys have read it. If you have not read The Compound Effect, read it again. Read it. If you've read it, read it again. This is such a great book. It's like reading 11 different PD books all summarized into one. But one of the things he talks about in here, which is so right on, is that we don't have willpower. Willpower is a myth. What we have is why power. What we have is why power. You need to know why you're doing this business so you can persist through the quitting points that are going to come up against you, okay? Now, if you did not have an answer when I said, why are you a coach? That was meaningful. There is built right into this system here. It's like a journaling exercise to help you refine your thinking so that you can kind of create a statement of why. This why statement will be saved on your dashboard, and every time you come into Teamzy, you can read that and reconnect to what it is that's going to help you persist today. So why'd you become a coach? Answer it, right? In my case, I thought maybe I could make an extra $500 a month. Why? Why did I, what did I hope to accomplish by doing that? Well, I hadn't saved money in years because the economy had been so crazy. My background is the real estate industry, where I've been a trainer and coach for the past 15 years. So I thought, wow, $500 a month would help me save money. Why? Why was that important? Well, because we really wanted a new home. What would achieving that mean for you and your family? So each one became more meaningful. And as I got down to the end, I realized that $500 a month, there was so much more behind the desire of that. That helped me really propel me in my business. And I got down to my statement, right? Which is to create a life where I never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family. I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy and full of energy. That's my statement. And when I click continue, that'll be saved on my dashboard. You need to get this down to yours. Figure out what yours is, okay? And it can change over time. You can definitely modify it, guys, but it's huge. Now, here's one little tip for you guys that are motivated by avoiding pain more than you are about achieving things. If you're one of those people, write down here in parentheses, what happens if I fail? Write the consequences of failure. Some of you are more motivated by that, and that's okay. That's okay. Paint the life that will happen if you fail. You know how powerful this is with your challengers when you talk to them about, okay, what do you hope to achieve? What will happen if you don't do this program with me? Right? And they understand where the road is leading them, their unhealthy life. Okay, it's the same thing with our business. If we give up, if we quit, what will the consequences be for ourselves and our family? Okay, next page. Boom, I think I beat that one to death. Okay, I'm passionate about this stuff, you guys. Come on. All right, the next step is getting your contacts loaded. Okay, if you guys have already done this, awesome. If you're at the stage where you're about to load your contacts, I'll give you some quick tips. There are some videos here. It's really it's pretty easy. I recommend you actually do your online office imports first. It's not a big deal if you didn't do it that way, but if you haven't done it yet, do your customers, then do your coaches, then do your Facebook friends. Okay, and that will minimize any duplication that might happen. The only time you'll get a duplicate is if you have people who have slightly different names, like their Facebook name is slightly different than their Coach Online Office name. So otherwise, Teamzy will filter them all out. So if you do get a few of those, you're just gonna have to go through and delete the extra. Okay, so get everybody in there, okay? And then once you get everybody imported, guys, it's really easy. And if for some reason you have trouble with this, I want you to know that Teamzy has an amazing support team, okay? You're gonna see when you're in the app, you're gonna see this purple help button floating around everywhere you go. If you get to a point where you need help, just click that. Those guys will help you. They're amazing. Okay, so once you get everybody imported in here, you're gonna rank them. Okay, this is really important. And I know some of you guys skipped the ranking and just went right into it. And you're thinking, yeah, this is great, but it's not awesome. This is why. You have to rank people. The ranking is how Teamzy determines how your power hour will happen. Okay, so I just want to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about this. Here's the concept here. Each rank, so you're going to rank everybody 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, or 1 star. Just like you're ranking in Netflix, just like you're on Amazon, whatever, Yelp. You guys do this all the time, right? So it's going to be exactly the same thing. Now, guys, why do you do this? Well, first and foremost, Teamzy is going to use the ranks you give people to tell you who to talk to each day. Right? You do the ranking one time, you never have to plan your power hour. Again, you don't have to think about who to talk to. You're just constantly adding people to your Teamzy list and ranking them. And Teamzy is going to create for you your connect list every single day. Okay, you never have to think about it. But the reason why this is so important is because If you don't prioritize your relationships, you can never prioritize your time. If you don't prioritize your relationships, you can never prioritize your time. What do I mean by this? What I mean is the people that are closest to you, that you care the most about, the people who are most likely also to help your business move forward, the people who are most likely to become customers, to trust you to coach them through their fitness journey, those are the people that deserve the most of your time. But what happens is if you don't set that priority in advance, the turkeys in your life steal your time, right? The squeaky wheel gets the grease is what they always say. Well, the squeaky wheel is the person that's stealing time from your best customers, from your best coaches, from your closest relationships. So you set the priority in advance. And we do that by ranking people. Let me show you how to do it, okay? Okay, so when you're on your full list, which is on the team page, okay, your team page is where your full list lives, okay, and let's say you're in your prospects list. I'm gonna just click prospects right there, okay? So here's your prospects list, and here's the whole list. You can see everybody has a rank. And by the way, when you scroll down to the bottom of your list and you get to the point where it stops, just give it a second and it loads more, okay? See that? I'm just telling you guys, this is a common mistake. Just give it once, not even a whole second, and it loads more. You keep going. Okay. So what you're going to do is when you're on this list, after you do your import, guys, you're going to be in rank mode. I'm going to toggle this switch so you can see what it looks like. Rank mode looks like this. What this is it's a setting so that you can rank really quickly. So you're going through, there's Anne, she's actually a 5-star, boom, that's it. You just click it. Next person, Gail, she's 3, okay? You just go through and click it, just from the gut. Don't overthink this, okay? Now, what do the numbers mean? I'm sure you already figured out that 5 is the best and 1 is the worst, right? But here are the actual definitions. We'll go through it really quick. A 5-star is somebody most likely to become a customer or coach, okay? Or if they're already a coach or a customer, they're rock stars. They're your rock stars, okay? They're gonna show up on your dashboard to connect with every 30 days. Okay, so these are your closest relationships, people that are gonna hear from you every month and think that's cool. Now, a 4-star, this is somebody likely to become a customer or coach with some nurturing, okay? So they're a pretty warm lead or a pretty warm relationship. Or they're already on your team and they're a consistent performer, right? Or they're a consistent customer. Somebody that you want to talk to every 2 months, every 60 days. Now, 3 stars, everybody starts out as a 3-star because you don't know. You don't know what they're going to be. So a 3-star is somebody who might do something, somebody who might not do something, okay? It's really important. So they're going to come up every 3 months, okay? Every 3 months, you're going to get a reminder to stay in touch with this person. 2 stars are going to come up every 4 months. They're getting a little bit colder, okay? And then 1 stars are people that you're keeping on your list, but you're not actively reaching out to. Okay, also when you import like your do not contacts from Beachbody, those are going to drop in as a 1-star. So they're on your list, but they're not coming up to contact. Does that make sense? Okay, so once you go through this system and just click, 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 give everybody a rank, everything's set to go. Now here's what I will tell you. If you've got 2,000 people on your prospect list, awesome. It might take you 35 minutes to do this. It's worth it. Get a glass of wine, put on some smooth jazz, relax a little, and crank it out. Because guys, you'll never have to plan your power hour again once you do this one time. Okay. Now you can change ranks as you're going, as you're working. You know, you can go, actually, I want to promote or demote that person as you go, but go through one time just from the gut and get that first cut at ranking everybody. Okay, because you'll never have to plan your power hour again. Most people spend 30 minutes to an hour planning their power hour, right? So that is what? How many hours will that save you? You spend 40 minutes at the beginning. That's going to save you 300 hours a year. Not only that, but most people will spend most of their power hour planning and not actually doing. With Teamzy, you're going to execute the second you turn your computer on. Okay, so now we've got Teamzy set up. We've got everybody ranked. We're going to pretend we're turning it on and starting our power hour, okay? Just so you know, the power hour is not going to take you an hour. Now you will set aside a power hour in your calendar. The Teamzy portion will take half that time. Then you've got time to do posts on social media. You've got time to do some other things, okay, for your business. Honestly, those of you guys who are busy parents, working full-time jobs, this is going to really help you leverage the little bit of time that you have. All right. Back to the Teamzy. So now we're Teamzy. We're going to go to the dashboard, start our power hour. Okay, so when I come into this dashboard, I'm looking at everything I can see right here above the fold is what I need to work on. I don't need to go anywhere or navigate or do anything. You can see here are my goals. It was 15 connects with prospects. I've done 3 today, so I've got 12 left, okay? And then it was 4 customers. I've done 3, I've got 1 left. Connect with one of my coaches, my invites, ads. There's like my goals. This shows me my progress. As I do my activities, those circles fill in, and I get little congratulations from the system. Kind of keeps me going. Also, I gotta click on these things when I've done them, right? You click on your daily activities to keep you, you know, to keep you as a product of the product. It's a huge part of what we're doing. And you can even go back if you missed yesterday, you could go back and click that and change it to yesterday's. Okay, so now, forget that for now. Let's get right into it. So this is where the magic happens, right here in the Who's Up Next box, okay? This is my whole list organized, telling me what to do in my Power Hour. The first people I'm gonna talk to are prospects. People ask me this all the time. Why aren't follow-ups in the same list as the prospects? Because they're not the same thing, guys. A follow-up is not the same as connecting with a prospect. Prospecting and following up are not the same thing. Does that make sense? Prospect is a new conversation with a new person. A follow-up is a continuing conversation. They're super important, but they're not the same thing. The most important thing that you can do in your business every single day is connecting with prospects. It's the most important thing you can do every day. It's like if you were coaching somebody and you said the most important thing you can do every day is mind your nutrition, right? If you want a healthy body, you have to eat well. If you want a healthy business, you have to connect with prospects every day. Now, we're going to show you how fun and easy this is. So the first person on here is Michelle Rial. This is awesome. I haven't talked to Michelle. I don't even know how long. We worked together for a year in 2010. So what is that, 6 years ago? She's an amazing designer. She works for like Condé Nast magazines. She's awesome. So let's connect with her. So I'm going to use Facebook. That's primarily what I use. You have to keep it open in a separate tab. Facebook does not allow any apps to integrate with it anymore. So you have to actually send your messages through Facebook, okay? So I'm gonna click right here and we're gonna look her up. There she is. All right, and we're gonna send her a message, okay? So I just wanna connect with her. Okay, so here's what I wrote, guys. Hi, Michelle, just popping by to say hello. How are you? It's been forever. I hope your day was awesome, Eric. Okay, look, I'm just trying to connect with her. I'm not trying to write something profound, ironic, funny. I want her to know that I'm thinking about her. I want her to maybe smile and go, oh, that was nice to hear from him. And hopefully she'll respond and we'll have a conversation. But here's what I'm gonna do. I toggled back over to Michelle. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually copied the message that I sent her. So I'm going to paste it right here so I can log it in Teamzy, okay? Now I'm going to select type. That was a Facebook message, and I'm going to log it. Okay, Michelle's off my list. She's gone. I sent her a message. She's gone. Next person is Thomas Patrick. Now check it out. Michelle's a 3. If she doesn't respond to me, I'll connect with her again 3 months from now. Am I worried about it? No, I'm not worried about it, okay? Because I got 15 people to connect with. Okay, so let me just do this. Watch this. Use the same message. Change the name. Okay, so I said happy birthday to him a couple weeks ago, but that was the only time we've talked in a long time, so we really haven't connected. So I'm gonna send him that message. Okay, great. You guys see how fast you can do this? Now look, don't overthink this. Some of you guys get stuck in analysis paralysis. That was analysis paralysis for those of you who like the way that sounded. Okay, you just get the messages going, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For me, it's 15. I could do 15 of those literally in 15 minutes. Mostly, I'm gonna copy and paste the same message and change the name, log it in Teamzy, move on. When this circle turns blue, I'm done connecting with my prospects. Now, guys, if that looked too easy for you, let me explain to you what typically happens. And those of you guys who have been using this can go in the chat and tell people what's happening for you too. People actually respond. People actually respond to a, hey, how you doing message. So like, hey, that was great to hear. Now, 15 people, I think we put in the description of this call, get 6 conversations started. I think that's super conservative. If you reach out to 15 people, you will at least get 6 new conversations started. People will respond, right? Now, what's cool about this is when they don't respond, it doesn't even matter because typically they will go look at your page. So how cool is that? You're getting people to engage with your page. They'll look at, how many times have you, okay, those of you guys who've done Teamzy for a while, maybe a week or 2, maybe even longer, how many times have people that you were like, man, I don't even know if this person knows who I am, responded with, I love watching your posts? Because people are watching, but they're not interacting. That's what it takes us to reach out to them to create the conversation, okay? So good, you got those 15 done. Now we're gonna move on to the next tab, okay? The next tab is customers. So we're gonna toggle over. I know I didn't finish my 15, but you guys don't really wanna sit here and wait for that. So I'll go to the next one. Now we're gonna go to customers. Guys, this is really important. So many coaches don't reach out to customers on a consistent basis, but it's so important. First of all, nobody's good at staying consistent with their fitness journey, so they need you to be in their life past the challenge group. They need you to stay in touch with them. They will cancel their Shakeology if you're not in touch with them, right? You need to be in touch with them. They're gonna come up with objections every few months. You need to be there to help educate them so they can understand what the benefits are for them continuing to do their Shakeology, continuing to get in your challenge groups and do fitness programs with you. But even more importantly, guys, you have to be in touch with customers for this reason. Get your pens ready? The hottest source of a new lead is a current customer. The hottest source of a new lead is a current customer, okay? Let me just explain this really quick because it's fun, right? So picture this, you're doing a 21-day fixed challenge group, people are getting results, it's going great, right? So you've got Sally who's in your group, she's at work during the day, and everybody at the office is, you know, they're eating junk food in the office, right? They've got this snack machine, and the snack machine is like the worst thing in the world, right? Vendors are bringing in boxes of donuts, people are crushing these things, and Sally's over there at the kitchen blender making a Shakeology, right? Drinking her Shakeology. People are like, you look amazing. What are you doing? I'm doing 21-day fix. I've lost 4 inches on my waist. She pulls out her little containers, right? Her beautiful little colorful containers that look like they're samples, and then you know, tons of food pours out of them. She makes herself a meal. What are you doing? She's so excited about the results she's getting. She's telling everybody about it. They're eating their donut, wishing they were drinking her Shakeology. And all these people are interested. So why are they not your customers or coaches already? Right? Well, the first thing might be that you're not in touch with Sally outside of the group. You might not be connecting with Sally directly or staying in touch with Sally. So important to be in touch with your customers, guys. Teamzy will help you do it. Reach out to them. Let them know how you're doing. And if you do actually want to duplicate them and get those new leads from them, here's my one little tip. I don't have a lot of time to go into this training with you guys, but here's my one little tip. Stop asking them for referrals and start asking them for introductions. Okay, stop asking them for referrals, start asking them for introductions. Sally, is there anybody you can think of who would benefit from being in our next challenge group? Oh, really? Joanne, you think? Would you just quick introduce me to her? Just like a group chat or text, you know, email, whatever's easiest, and I'll get her all the information. That's how you do it, okay? Let me jump back in. Okay. All right, guys. I'm not really doing questions yet, but somebody's asking, if they don't use Facebook, to use email. Here's the thing, guys. I use text message, email, pick up the phone, talk to people in person, take them out to coffee. All of those things are connects. All of those things are connects, okay? So it's a great question, because here's the quality of interaction goes like this. The best quality interaction is face-to-face. Best quality interaction is face-to-face. If you can talk to somebody face-to-face, that's the best quality interaction. That's why we do Zoom as coaches, because it's almost as good, right? But face-to-face, in-person is the best. If you can share food, break bread with somebody, that's the ultimate. Okay, next best is on the phone, talking to somebody voice to voice, because you can hear the inflection in their voice. After that, you're using messaging, text, whatever. Email is probably the worst, in my opinion. Though email is great for sharing information. Like, hey, I'm going to email you all the information of the group. I'm going to email you the links, right? Because they can read it in better form. So here's what I'll tell you guys. This is just my personal thing. I use Facebook messaging almost 100% of the time to start the conversation. When the conversation picks up steam, I try to get them on a phone call. That's just me. So after we've messaged for a while, I say, hey, let's schedule a time where we can talk more about it. I can hear your goals. So that's just the way I do it. Okay, so we're gonna go to customers. So you're reaching out to your customers the same way, guys. You're going down the list, connecting with them. How are you? How are things going? Is there anything I can do to make your day today? Just a quick message. Finally, we're gonna get to our coaches, okay? And this is a great opportunity to connect with coaches, to give them some acknowledgement, to celebrate them, right? And also to make sure that they know you care about them. Because look, here's the thing, guys. This is called Teamzy for a reason. It's about building your team. And so many of us, you know, we're connected with our team through weekly team calls. We're in like 10 Facebook groups together, and we feel like we're interacting a lot with them. But you just need to understand that one-on-one is where it's at. And coaches leave the same way customers leave when there's a communication vacuum, right? They need to know that you care about them. You got to reach out to them one-on-one and just say, hey, how's life? How are things going? Is there anything I can do to make your day? Those of you guys who are big shot, tough, superstar diamond coaches, this is especially important for you guys. Especially important for you guys to reach out and let people know that you are actually a human being that they can connect with, even if it's just once a year. Okay, so finally you've got your prospects, customers, and coaches. You've done all of your outgoing, proactive connecting with people, creating, putting, I call it sharing love. You're sharing your love. You're throwing it out there, right? You're sowing widely. Now, what happens is this, guys. People start responding. People start responding. Now all of your training as a coach comes into play, okay? All of your training as a coach comes into play. This is where you do your form training. This is where you, basically here, I'll sum it all up for you. You know, close your mouth and listen. Ask a question occasionally so you can learn what's going on in their life. So you can find places that you can help them. That's the whole point of this system, of everything. This is helping you create conversations so you can find opportunities to help people. Does that mean you're helping them with Beachbody programs? That's awesome when that happens, but a lot of times it might not be. You might just be helping somebody smile when they're having a rough day, or saying a prayer with them, for crying out loud, or giving them some advice on something else, unrelated, right? Because we all have expertise besides besides the Beachbody thing. It doesn't matter. You're reaching out to people. You're building relationships en masse. You are looking for ways to help people, looking for problems to solve. Now, when the conversation gets to a point where you're talking about goals that can be met with Beachbody, the business opportunity, or Beachbody programs, now what happens is this conversation becomes an invite. Does that make sense? And sometimes it might happen right away. Sometimes it may happen over a course of a conversation. So what do you do when that happens? Let me show you how you come back now and set your follow-ups and move these people from the connect lists to your follow-up list, okay? So the follow-up list is where it becomes a pipeline, where these people who you're just connecting with and working on relationships become part of a pipeline, okay? All right, jump over there. So now, let's say my friend Tom, right, responds back to me. So what I'm gonna do is, after we've had a conversation, I'm gonna look him up right here. Actually, he was in there as Thomas, wasn't he? There he is. Okay, I'm gonna look him up in the lookup bar. That's gonna take me to his record, okay? Now on his record, I'm gonna go to activity feed right here. See that? I'm gonna click that. That's gonna give me the record of all of our conversations. So there's my original connect. So what I can do, if you're crazy about keeping the whole record in here, I can go back to Facebook and copy the entire conversation. Then I'll just click edit right here and paste it in there. So it's all there. I paste it into this original message for a reason, because it's just one connect. Even though it might've been a 2-day conversation, it's like one connect because it was one time that I created a new conversation. Okay, so now I'm talking to Tom. He's telling me about his fitness goals. We're talking about the new challenge people have coming up. We're doing 22-minute hardcore. He's interested. I'm gonna send him all the information on the group, ordering his challenge pack, right? We've gone through all this, hopefully on the phone, whatever. Now I'm going to actually send him the invitation. So this is what I'll do. I'm gonna open up a new connect right here, right? And let's say it's 22-minute hardcore. And I'm gonna do that via email. And see this little button right here? Is this connect and invite when it hovers? I'm gonna click it. So now it's an invite. Now I'm gonna select my type. It's a challenge group invite. Okay. So I don't always log the whole conversation for an invite. I just note what it is. That's just the way I do it. Now, once I connect this, once I log this, guys, he's going to disappear off the list for 3 months because he's a 3. I don't want him to disappear. I need a follow-up tomorrow. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to set a follow-up right here. I'm going to set the follow-up for tomorrow. Okay? Do you see that I did that right there? I set the follow-up for tomorrow. Now, when I log this, now you can see he has a follow-up set for tomorrow. Okay? And when I go to my dashboard and I'm working through my prospects, my customers, my coaches, when I get to my follow-ups tomorrow, there he is. He's on my list. Okay? So once I set the follow-up with him, I don't have to think about it. Now, guys, this is really important because you need to be following up with people. And the thing that I see happening the most with so many coaches is they follow up like 2 times and they feel like they followed up. You really need to understand this, that 80% of all sales, guys, 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. Between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. How many of you guys are following up 10 times? There's probably a few of you who are, but the question is, why not? Why aren't you following up 10 times? If you knew that 80% of sales were happening there, why aren't you doing it more? And typically the answer is because you feel like a nag. You feel like you're pestering somebody, right? You don't want to piss people off. So I'm just going to take a second and I'm going to teach you guys how to do the follow-ups. Not only in Teamzy, how Teamzy sets the follow-ups for you, which is super easy. By the way, all this you can do on your phone. Okay, so you can do it as you go. Somebody tells you they're interested in something, but instead of follow-up, I'll follow up with them later and I don't even think about it. I get it in my brain. But I'm going to teach you how to follow up without being a nag, without nagging people. I'm going to teach you to follow up with people in such a way that when you get to the 8th or 9th follow-up, they are thanking you sincerely for your follow-up. Okay? So there's a couple things I want to talk to you about. First and foremost, guys, you need to get your own minds right on this. We are in the business of helping people. We are in the business of helping them literally transform their life. In many cases, save their lives. That's what we're in the business of doing. We're not pestering people. We're not selling them carpet brushes. Does that make sense? We're trying to help them. So you've had a conversation with somebody. They've told you they have some goals. You've talked about how this system can help them. They've been interested. Now, for crying out loud, why would you not follow up with them? Because you don't, I mean, to me, it's like, well, I don't really care about you having this transformative experience. No, here's the thing we know, okay? Here's the thing we know. We know they're not going to buy tonight when I send them their links. Hardly anybody does. Why? Because change is hard. They sincerely need it. They sincerely want it. They've asked for your help. That doesn't make it easier for them. I actually will expect them to ignore me for several days after we talked about it. Because that's what people do. So don't be surprised by that. What you do is you set the tone at the beginning to let them know, I know this is hard, but we talked about this and I care enough about you to help you get through the hard part to the transformation. Okay? So let me show you how to do it and then I'll give you some dialogue. So we set that follow-up in Teamzy. I showed you guys, we set that follow-up for tomorrow. So now when I come down my list and I see Thomas right there and I'm gonna follow up with him, I'll probably go to Facebook and send him a message. Here's my message, guys. This is exactly what I'm going to say to him. First of all, when I sent him the email, when I invited him, I told him this. Hey, Tom, I just emailed you all the information that you need about the group, including the links you need to order your challenge pack. Okay? I'll check in with you tomorrow and see if you have any questions. Boom. And I set my follow-up. He's like, great. Thanks, Eric. So now tomorrow's here. It's time for me to follow up. This is what I say. Are you guys ready? I'm going to give you word for word what I would say. Hey, Tom, it's me. Just checking in like I promised I would. Just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? That's it. That's my follow-up. Just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Now, 2 things have happened just now. First and foremost, I told him I would check in tomorrow. Now, thanks to Teamzy, I didn't forget. So when I checked in with him the next day, I put a little deposit in his trust bank. Like, wow, he actually meant what he said. Maybe he does actually care about me. That makes sense? Now, the words I used, like I promised I would, it took it from, hey, I really want you to buy this to, remember we talked about how I can help you? And I promised I would help you. You might not have realized that, but it was a promise that I made. Like I'm making a commitment to you. So we're, as coaches, we step forward first and make the commitment to them. Does that make sense? So, hey, Tom, just following up like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Great. Now, as I'm putting that in there, you know, I'm putting that message in. Guys, you got to set the next follow-up right there. Tomorrow again. Okay? Tomorrow again. Log it. Now he's back on my list again. The next day, come back again. Hey, Tom, checking in. How are things going? Did you get my email? What questions do you have? Boom. Day 3. Follow up again. Day 3. Hey, it's me. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you get started. Did you review the information I sent? Let me know what I can do to help you go. Boom. Day 4. Okay. Do you follow up every single day for 4 days? I do. Every single day for 4 days at least. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Now on the 4th day, I might back this off to 2 days. Okay. The bottom line is, guys, if you do this right, and if you do this with the right heart, and if you care about people, and lighten it up, you know, put emojis in there and whatnot, they will thank you. Thank you so much for your persistence. I really appreciate it. It's been a crazy week or whatever. I'm going to look at it tonight. What'll usually happen, guys, honestly, what usually happens is like on the 5th follow-up, maybe they haven't responded at all. On the 5th follow-up, they go, I haven't even looked at it. I'm going to look at it now. Now, guess what? That makes them a normal human being. But it makes you as the coach an extraordinary human being because you've cared enough to help them through it. Now, it may still take another 5 or 6 follow-ups. Now, here's the thing about this. If you guys do this consistently with people, they will always be impressed by your professionalism and your level of care. They will often thank you for it. They will refer more people to you, whether or not they buy, because they're impressed by how committed you are to them. Okay? But there are going to be people who, after all that time, they're not ready. They flake out, they don't respond, whatever, which is fine. So you just release them from your follow-up list. They go back into the Teamzy flow. And if they're 3 months later, they're gonna come up on your list, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, hey Tom, how are things going? How's life?" And he's gonna go. Often he'll go, "I really need to get started." It's like, great, well, I'm here, right? So you leave that fruit on the tree, you pick it later. Does that make sense? That is how a pro follows up, guys. That is how you do it. That is how you do it. You get them on your follow-up list. You relentlessly keep them on your follow-up list. You connect with them. When you get to that list and you're like, oh, I just messaged him 4 days in a row. I don't even know if I really want to message him. Just trust the system. It works. Just send it anyways. Let Teamzy be your guide. Just send it anyways. Be like, well, he's on my Teamzy list. I better follow up with him. What's going to happen? Worst thing that happens is he's going to go, you know what? I don't want it. Well, that's probably what's happening anyways. Okay. So just go for it. All right. So we've gone through Power Hour follow-ups. There's tons more. I'm sure you guys are going to ask me specific questions about all the different aspects of Teamzy. I'm happy to go through any page, anything that's going on in here. Here's what I want you guys to do. At the bottom of your screen, underneath me right here, is a Q&A button. Click that. If you have questions, type it in there. And I'm going to now jump over to the Q&A button, and I'm going to start answering questions, okay? So let's see what we got. Jessica says, is there a way to import Instagram contacts too? Okay, Jessica, here's the truth. There is, but it's not easy. Okay, so it's going to be taking a little bit of advanced moving things around. So what I would do is Google, how do I get my Instagram, followers into a .csv file? Google that and see if you can get it figured out. It's not easy to do though at this stage. Now, as soon as Instagram, because you know, how long has Facebook owned Instagram? Just a few years. As soon as Instagram offers an export feature, it'll be super easy, okay? Now, it is easy to definitely add people as you go. You just click that add new person as you go thing. But if you have your Instagram list on like a spreadsheet and you convert it to a CSV, that'll import right in. Okay. Does this integrate with a CRM like Aweber? Oh, that's a great question, Jessica. We're actually looking at, right now we're working on creating an email marketing platform for Teamzy. We're looking at Aweber. It may be that it's just Aweber that plugs into Teamzy, okay? And now I'm not an engineer. There's a team of guys working on that, but they are working on that. So the email marketing suite is something that will be here, I don't know, in a month or so, 2 months probably, we'll have that finished. Anonymous. Oh, that reminds me. What's the movie with the mask? You know the mask's named Anonymous? Okay, anyways. What do you recommend if we don't currently have many Facebook friends or contacts? I'm a newer coach and feel that my list of prospects is quite short. Okay, this is a great question. It's not necessarily a Teamzy question, but I'll take a stab at it because this is what I've been doing for many years with in the real estate industry, is helping people with this. So first and foremost, you need to be working on meeting new people. Okay, you need to be working on meeting new people. But the first thing that you want to do is figure out everybody that you already know and get them on your list. Okay, figure out everybody you already know and get them on your list. If you haven't been active on Facebook, it's time to get active on Facebook. Start connecting with people on Facebook and friending them, right? And building your list. But you also, there's tons of trainings on how to meet new people, how to create attraction marketing campaigns, right? And then you just got to really get out of your comfort zone. You got to really get out of your comfort zone. Just go places where you can talk to people and meet people and connect with people. Okay, if you are kind of a shy person and you're not really good at that, there's all kinds of things you can do with your personal development to get there. But one thing that has helped me over the years, because I'm a naturally shy person, people are always like, you seem so outgoing. It's really hard for me. But in any sort of networking environment, I pretend it's my birthday party. I pretend it's my birthday party and everybody's here for my party. And I approach people like I would if they're walking into my home for my birthday party. So that's just something that I've done for years. And I just walk over and I go, hey, welcome, how's it going? And they're like, great, you know, and it just feels awkward for a second and then you go. All right, so you just gotta be meeting people, if that makes sense. Okay. Jessica asks, is there a way to make anyone default to sooner than 30 days for follow-up? Yes. Well, the way to, not to default them, the way to do that is to set a follow-up. Okay. Ashley says, when I add a new person, I put them in as a 2 because many of them I don't even know. So the way I see it is they may or may not be interested. I agree with that sentiment, but I would leave them a 3. Otherwise, you won't get to them very often, right? And you can demote somebody to a 2 if, you know, after a while. Aaron says, do you think there will be a feature in the future to share your dashboard with your upline? Yes, I know for a fact, Aaron, that it is on the development list to create what's called the, right now they're calling it the Upline Report. It'll probably have a fancier name than that, but it'll basically be a button where you can click to send and you put in an email address and it emails your report to whoever you want to share with on your team. Could be a success partner or upline. So that'll be cool. Now, I don't know exactly when that's going to be because I know they want to get these 2 big projects they're working on now done. One is allowing you to upload your commission reports from Coach Online Office in so you can track your income accurately. And the other one is the email marketing that I was telling you guys about and the whole promote page. Okay. Is there an option for number of social posts each day? No, but there is just that button that you did your social posts. Okay, like check it off like you did it. Okay. Will there be an app? Stacy asks. Currently there is a mobile website. Okay, and the mobile website works just like an app. Okay, down the road, I'm sure there will be an app, as you know, Teamzy is 6 months old. So down the road, I'm sure there'll be an app once all the major components are done being developed. But you can get the mobile website on your phone right now and use it like an app. And the easiest way to use that is you go to your browser on your phone and type in, instead of www, type in app.teamzy.com. Okay? And when you get there, save that to your home screen so you have a little icon like an app, and then leave it checked, you know, keep my password here, so that when you come in, you're just like, bam, you only have to hit 1 button and you're in every time. Okay. How often do you import new friends from Facebook and COO? Aaron asks. Okay, so you guys can do that as often as you want, but here's what I recommend. I recommend that you add people every day as you're actually meeting them, okay? So let me just show you really quick. We'll jump back to Teamzy. So one of the things that you're gonna see is on here is you have this ads. You can see I've been a bad boy today. I haven't added anybody to my list. See, that 0 is just, it doesn't feel good, right? You want that circle to be filled every day. So you add somebody really quick, right? So look how quick I can add you to my list, Aaron. Now, the cool thing about adding somebody to your list like this is I can set a follow-up with her for tomorrow. Okay, so if you made 3 new friends on Facebook, you might want to connect with them tomorrow and not wait for them to come up on the default. Default. How do you say that? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's what I would do, is every day just add people. And I do the same thing when I get leads from Beachbody, is when I get those, I just put them in myself, even though I have to kind of copy and paste a little bit more. I like to do that so I can set a follow-up and I can see who they are and kind of get a feel for where they live. I feel like I get a better response rate knowing a little bit about them. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's see here. However, the question that comes up a lot is, will it duplicate people when you import again? And it used to, but not anymore. It's all been fixed, which is awesome. Okay. Will we have access to the recording of this webinar? Yes, Ashley, you will. It'll be here on on the Facebook page, but we'll also, you guys will get an email 2 days afterwards. So you'll get an email in a couple of days with the link. Kara says tags, features. Okay. Tags is brand new, launched last week. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's pretty cool. Let me show you real quick. Okay. So when you are in here, oh, look, I got Erin right here. Okay. So when I'm on her record, right? I'm on the team page or I'm on somebody's record, I can create a tag. Like I'm gonna tag her with Teamzy because that's our connection. But let's just say she was doing 21-day fix, right? And that she has Shakeology. These are tags I've already created. Shakeology HD. Maybe she's a mom. Oh wait, I forgot. I put a comment there. Maybe she's a mom that maybe I want to keep track of that. Maybe she's, you know, a hottie. Maybe she has a Rottie. I have a Rottweiler, so you know, like you have that in common with somebody. So I don't know, whatever you want to tag somebody with. Now the cool thing is when you create a tag, it creates a group. See the groups here? It creates a group. So everyone with the 21-day fix tag is in a group. Okay, if that makes sense. So you can get rid of these tags too by just clicking on them. So why do you use tags? Well, it's so awesome. First of all, you can keep track of all products that people are buying, so that, you know, like if I wanted to do a 21-day fix extreme reach out, I go to everyone who has 21-day fix. That makes sense. Same thing with any you know, on Calabrese is like, they make so many, the trainers make so many things that if you go to somebody liked P90X, they're gonna like 22-minute hardcore. So, you know, this helps you do that. And then when the email marketing piece gets bolted on, it's gonna be awesome because you can take a tag and you can send emails to it, which would be really fun. So the tags is really cool. We had groups. This is basically the same thing. It's just easier to do. Okay, just easier to do. So I hope that makes sense. And if you have more questions on that, just put them in the question queue and I'll answer it as I get to it. Do you start a conversation? Katie asks this. Do you start a conversation the same way with someone that you have never talked to or know from past experiences as you do with someone you know from your past? So Katie, that's a great question. Actually, it's so funny. This came up today. Someone messaged me and asked me, what do you message to somebody that that's a Facebook friend that you don't know, you've never talked to? So here's what I would say. Like, let's say, Katie, that you and I become friends on Facebook. We've never had a conversation. We don't know each other, right? I might just say something like this. Hey, Katie, it's great to be connected on Facebook. I know it sounds so simple, right? It's great to be connected on Facebook. How are you? Hope you're having an awesome day. Very similar to what I might say to somebody I know. Okay, and they'll go, great. Now, here's the cool thing. If somebody accepted your friend request or friend requested you, either they accept everyone's request or they liked what they saw on your page. It's more likely they liked what they saw on their page. So in this case, when you message somebody right away after a friend request, it leaves an impression because people request friends and never connect with each other. It's the weirdest thing. So you're going to stand out when you do that. Now, if it's somebody you haven't talked to in ages, you just say, hey, it's been forever. How are you? Like, don't get stuck in worrying about saying the right thing. Now, what doesn't work is, hey, I haven't talked to you in ages. Would you like to come to my seminar on essential oils on Sunday? This happened to me last week. And I was like, no, I don't even want to answer that. Right? Like, it's just like, you don't want to go straight for the invite when you haven't talked to somebody. That's why the connects are so key. So you can talk to them and gives them a chance to kind of see what you're doing, and you know what I mean? So you can kind of build that conversation over time. Okay, hope that was what you wanted. Ashley says, will there be an option to buy a team package where the upline can buy so many Teamzy accounts so our downline can use them? Ashley, you know what's so funny? You're the second Ashley to recommend that. So I know that the guys had looked at that and we just haven't had time to really get into it. But I think that that's definitely something a lot of team leaders would probably be interested in doing. I know they were also looking at some sort of a function where a team could qualify for volume discounts as more people on the team used it. So yeah, it was actually Ashley Brockington in North Carolina that had asked for that. So Ashley Wheeler, Ashley Brockington, you guys should meet. That's so funny. Okay, any other questions, guys? Because I know that I'm out of questions. Oh no, there's one. Yeah, you should, see? Ashley Wheeler, where are you from? Okay, let's see here on my, oh, I'm still sharing. That's why I can't see the chat. Okay. Oh, Quebec, nice, see that? You don't want to hear me try to do French, but I love Quebec. I grew up in New Hampshire, which is like 5 hours away, but from the US, it's kind of close to Quebec. All right. So awesome, guys. It was really fun presenting to you guys tonight. I hope that was really helpful. Now, I know this is kind of like the intro to Teamzy, how to do your power hour. Here's what I'll tell you. If you guys can just get that part nailed, just get the power hour part nailed, you're going to do great. You're going to create a ton of momentum in your business, right? As we go along, we're going to get deeper into some other marketing strategies, helping you guys do your email marketing, helping you do some of the other things that you're going to be doing. But the biggest thing that people are missing is that they're not doing their prospecting. They're not reaching out and connecting and starting conversations with people. So if you guys get that down, you're going to see things grow like crazy, okay? Please do us a favor. Please let your teams know about Teamzy. Please spread the word. We wanted a lot of coaches getting successful using this. The other thing I want you to know is that if you would like to have a Teamzy training, have me come do a Teamzy training for your team, just click that help button on the Teamzy page and request it. You just need to have at least 20 coaches that will show up for that, and they will organize a training, and we'll go a lot deeper into the system on those trainings. So again, guys, if you want to do a team training, that's how you do it. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. We'll post up this video on Facebook tomorrow, and you'll get it emailed in a couple of days. Thanks so much, guys. Talk to you soon.